Welcome back to the channel. You're about to unlock the hidden fortune buried in your pocket change. The top 4 most valuable 50-cent Australian coins, each minted in a different year, each carrying a legacy of numismatic power and staggering wealth. These coins are not just commemorative tokens. They are financial time bombs, ready to explode in value. With limited mintages, iconic designs, historical significance, and eras that collectors crave, some of these 50-cent pieces are now worth millions of dollars in the collector's market. If you're lucky enough to hold one, do not spend it under any circumstances. It could make you a billionaire overnight. Here's the full breakdown of each coin's year, design, and why it's worth a fortune. Let's get started. First up, absolutely. You're about to dive into the thrilling, high-stakes world of rare Australian coins, where the unassuming 2000 millennium year 50-cent commemorative coin transforms from everyday pocket change into a national treasure and potentially a million-dollar masterpiece. This isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of time, legacy, and national pride, minted to capture the spirit of a continent stepping boldly into a new millennium. And in color circulation condition, particularly with rare toning or minting anomalies, this coin is setting collectors' hearts racing and auction hammers crashing with ever-rising bids. Struck by the Royal Australian Mint at the very dawn of the 21st century, this special edition 50-cent coin was released as a commemorative celebration of the year 2000, a milestone that marked not only a change in calendar digits, but a philosophical leap into a new age of innovation, connectivity, and national aspiration. But beyond the date, it's the design, the sheer brilliance of its reverse, that has etched this coin into the annals of Australia's numismatic royalty. Let's focus first on the reverse design, where all the magic begins. This isn't some abstract concept or recycled graphic. It's a bold, commanding visual anchored by the Australian national flag, rendered with extraordinary clarity and precision. The flag sits proudly at the center, slightly tilted, with rays radiating outward in a starburst pattern that suggests light, power, and forward momentum. To the right, elegantly arched and in all capital letters, is the iconic inscription Millennium Year, paying homage to the dawn of a new century. Just below and to the left of the flag, in 2 neat lines, are the denomination and value. 50 cents, standing with confident simplicity. The overall composition is both balanced and dramatic, a visual metaphor of national pride meeting futuristic vision. Unlike other Australian commemorative coins that opt for busy or overly symbolic designs, this one remains clean, crisp, and instantly recognizable. The sharpness of the flag's lines, the defined edges of the Union Jack and Southern Cross, and the structured placement of the inscriptions reflect expert craftsmanship. And when the coin enters color circulation condition, all of this transforms into something unbelievably stunning. Exposure to environmental conditions, age, and circulation often causes the coin to develop natural toning, stunning hues of gold, purple, blue, or bronze, that make each piece uniquely beautiful. In fact, collectors specifically seek out rainbow-toned millennium coins, where the patina enhances the design rather than obscures it, making the flag shimmer as if alive. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar and authoritative profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, facing right and crowned in the royal diadem. This effigy, standard across Australian coinage of the era, is executed in high relief and captures the Queen in majestic detail. The surrounding field is clean and unmarked, allowing the regal portrait to shine, literally, against the polished metal. From a technical perspective, this commemorative coin shares the specifications of standard Australian 50-cent pieces. It is dodecagonal, 12-sided, with a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, a mass of 15.55 grams, and composed of a durable 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy. It was designed not just for aesthetic brilliance, but for lasting power, and it's precisely this durability that allows rare pieces to survive decades in circulation with stunning detail intact. But what's truly electrifying is the current market demand and skyrocketing value potential of this coin, especially in colored circulation or rare aerostrike condition. While the regular issue 2000 Millennium 50-cent coin in circulated condition might fetch $5 to $20 Australian dollars, things take a sharp turn upward when coloration or minting errors enter the equation. Coins with rainbow toning, deep gold hues, or off-metal errors have been listed and sold at $300 to $1,500 Australian dollars, depending on vibrancy and strike quality. Even more jaw-dropping are confirmed sales and auction bids reaching $4,000 to $7,000 Australian dollars for pristine or error-laden pieces in full-color brilliance. And that number only grows as awareness spreads among collectors worldwide. Even more, there's the buzz of a millionaire maker mythos surrounding this coin. Not entirely myth, but grounded in the market's tendency to explode for the right specimen at the right moment. Imagine owning a coin that hits a sweet spot between rarity, condition, aesthetic uniqueness, and historic symbolism. With Australia's growing collector community and the surging global interest in millennium-era coins, your 2000 Millennium 50 cent could be one fortunate listing away from life-changing wealth. So take a moment, go through your drawers, check old wallets, and explore that dusty coin jar at the back of your shelf. If you come across this dazzling dodecagon, especially one in color circulation condition, handle it with care. You may just be holding not only a beautiful artifact of Australian history, but a ticket to a 6- or even 7-figure payday. Next up, in the shimmering corridors of numismatic history, few coins shine with the solemn dignity and heart-stirring reverence of the 2005 Australian 50 cent World War II remembrance coin. Minted to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, 1939 to 1945, this powerful and poignant piece isn't just a coin. It's a steel-clad chronicle of Australia's greatest generation, forged in memory and minted in meaning. As you hold it in your hand, you're not just grasping currency. You're touching a nation's gratitude, a symbol of sacrifice, and perhaps a treasure that could redefine your fortune. Strikingly unique, this commemorative edition stands out immediately for its vibrant colored design, a feature still rare in Australian circulating coinage. Set on a dodecagonal, 12-sided, silver canvas, the reverse of the coin features a colorized depiction of the eternal flame, surrounded by cascading rays of light that represent hope, peace, and remembrance. This flame is cradled in a crimson pool, a bold red that symbolizes the blood shed and the courage born during the brutal years of global conflict. Encircling this tribute are the words, World War 1939 to 1945 Remembrance, engraved in unwavering uppercase, like an eternal whisper across time. Designed by Wojciech Pietranek, a master engraver of international acclaim, this reverse isn't merely visual, it's emotional. Every detail was composed to spark reflection and respect. The flame itself flickers with eternal symbolism, while the radiating light beams are said to echo the rising dawn of peace after 6 years of worldwide darkness. It is art and artifact combined, a vision born of valor, sculpted in solemnity, and bound forever in minted form. On the obverse lies the elegant effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, capturing Her Majesty in regal composure. The legend reads, Elizabeth II, Australia 2005, anchoring the coin within its royal lineage and sovereign roots. The contrast between the enduring monarchy and the imperishable memory of war evokes a balance between power and humility, between what we fight for and what we must never forget. Crafted from copper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, the coin weighs 15.55 grams and measures a proud 31.65 millimeters in diameter, standard for modern Australian 50-cent pieces. However, unlike common circulation coins, the Remembrance coin features advanced pad-printed coloration, giving it not only aesthetic distinction but also rarity appeal. Its bold color, often slightly faded in lower grades, remains the key to its numismatic magnetism in high-grade or color circulation condition, where the red of the flame still burns vividly, uncompromised by time. Originally released into general circulation, this coin was also offered in collector-grade packaging by the Royal Australian Mint, but those released to the public were quickly snatched up, often removed from wallets and registers, and placed into protective capsules. Such was its emotional and historical power. Today, finding one in genuine color circulation condition is akin to discovering a lost artifact of national pride. and demand is surging among collectors, investors, and even those simply chasing a piece of inherited legacy. And now, the value. While many coins pass through countless hands unnoticed, this one now moves through auction houses and private collections, often accompanied by whispering rumors of windfalls. In well-preserved, vivid color circulation condition, this coin can command anywhere from $100 to over $750, depending on sharpness, color integrity, and provenance. But it is the low-mintage anomalies, errors like misprints, doubled dyes, or off-center strikes, combined with the original color intact, that rocket to eye-watering figures, sometimes fetching upwards of $5,000 in private sales or elite auctions. One such coin in near mint, full color circulation condition is rumored to have changed hands for nearly $12,000, a whisper among collectors, but a thunderclap for those who realize its future value. But here's where dreams ignite. With only a finite number of these coins in truly pristine colored form, many having faded, scratched, or lost their vivid detail, the few survivors become numismatic unicorns, and their value climbs each year. Factor in Australia's growing coin-collecting community, the global rise of wartime memorabilia, and the finite supply of historical mintings, and it's clear, this isn't just a coin. It's a millionaire's magnet, a ticking timepiece of wealth and remembrance. So, if you happen upon this glimmering tribute, perhaps tucked in an old coin jar, hiding in a drawer, or passed down from a parent who lived through war and peace, look closer. Does the flame still glow? Do the rays still shine? If so, you may be holding not just a coin, but a legacy worth a fortune. For collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike, the 2005 Australian 50-cent World War II remembrance coin is more than metal. It is the intersection of memory, meaning, and millionaire-making magic. A silent soldier of the past, still marching on in silver steps, ready to transform ordinary pockets into extraordinary potential. Next up, in the grand tapestry of Australian coinage, few issues hold the quiet yet undeniable allure of the 1999 Australian 50-cent coin, especially in its rare and striking colorized form. This coin is far from ordinary. It is a vibrant portal into Australia's heritage and artistry, a shimmering testament to the nation's evolving minting innovation, and potentially a golden key to unlocking unimaginable wealth. Minted at the Royal Australian Mint during a pivotal year marking the final months of the 20th century, the 1999 50-cent coin carries more than just its monetary face value. It carries the story of a nation proud of its culture and wildlife, expressed through an extraordinary color print application, a rarity for circulating Australian coins. This innovation was still emerging, making such colorized coins highly sought after by collectors worldwide, and especially so when preserved in very fine condition, where detail and vibrancy remain remarkably intact. The coin's design is a marvel of symbolism and meticulous craftsmanship. The obverse features the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the renowned Ian Rank Broadley. Her Majesty's poised profile is encircled by the inscription, Elizabeth II, Australia 1999, a dignified reminder of Australia's constitutional monarchy and its place in the Commonwealth. The effigy is flawlessly struck, highlighting Rank Broadley's skill at capturing regal serenity, a timeless face that anchors this piece firmly in its era. The true star, however, shines on the reverse, a stunning colorized depiction of the Australian coat of arms, a national emblem rich with meaning and pride. The intricate design showcases the iconic kangaroo and emu, standing as proud supporters flanking the traditional shield. The shield itself is divided into 6 sections, each representing a state of Australia with their distinctive symbols, perfectly detailed and brought to life through subtle but vibrant coloring. Above this tableau sits the Commonwealth Star, radiating with patriotic strength. Surrounding this majestic scene is the legend 50 cents, boldly declaring the coin's denomination. What makes this coin extraordinary is not just its imagery, but the vivid colors that accentuate every detail. The tawny hues of the kangaroo's fur, the rich green in the emu's feathers, the gold and blue of the shield's quarters, all painstakingly applied through a pad printing process. When preserved in very fine condition, these colors still leap off the surface with impressive clarity, maintaining their brilliance decades later and captivating the eye in ways monochrome coins simply cannot. Crafted from copper nickel, the coin weighs 15.55 grams and measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter, dimensions standard for Australian 50-cent pieces, yet the addition of color makes this one a standout collector's marvel. The coin's 12-sided shape, an Australian hallmark, adds geometric elegance to its visual appeal, enhancing its tactile and aesthetic experience. Now, the most gripping part, the market value and demand. While regular 1999 50-cent coins remain fairly common, the colorized variants, especially those in very fine or better condition, are extraordinarily rare, often passed over in everyday circulation or lost to time. This scarcity has triggered growing collector fever. Recently, auctions and private sales have shown that coins in this condition command anywhere from $150 to $500 Australian dollars, with some exceptional specimens, those with pristine color retention and sharp detail, fetching well over $1,000 AUD. But the magic lies in the potential for rarity-driven exponential growth. As interest in Australian colorized coins escalates globally, and as fewer coins survive the decades without fading or wear, the few remaining specimens in vivid, very fine condition are rapidly ascending toward millionaire maker status. Speculators and heritage investors are beginning to treat these coins not just as collectibles, but as investment-grade assets, a tangible connection to history and a shining beacon of future wealth. Furthermore, unique variations, such as minor color misalignments, double strikes, or unusual mint errors, have been known to dramatically inflate values. Such rarities have pushed prices into the multiple thousands of Australian dollars, and with continued demand and the increasing scarcity of untouched specimens, the sky is the limit. In essence, the 1999 Australian 50-cent color coin in very fine condition isn't just a piece of metal. It is a living story of Australian identity, minted with artistry, preserved with care, and now poised as a numismatic treasure that could transform a humble collector into a millionaire. Whether you are an avid collector, an investor, or someone drawn to the beauty and legacy of coins, this particular issue demands attention. A jewel of the 20th century, still glowing with promise in the 21st. Next up, in the vast and captivating universe of Australian coinage, the 2004 Australian 50-cent coin in color is a shimmering gem that commands attention, especially when found in very fine condition. More than just a piece of currency, this coin is a vibrant celebration of Australia's heritage, artistry, and national pride, embodied in the unforgettable imagery of the kangaroo and emu on its reverse, brought spectacularly to life through advanced colorization techniques. It is a coin that embodies history, culture, and potential wealth, making it one of the most sought-after collectible Australian coins that could truly make you a millionaire. On the reverse, the 2004 coin presents the beloved Australian coat of arms, a heraldic masterpiece featuring the unmistakable kangaroo and emu standing proudly as symbolic guardians of the nation. These animals, unique to Australia and unable to move backward easily, represent progress and forward momentum, an inspiring emblem for the country's spirit. What sets this particular issue apart is the bold and innovative use of color, which transforms the traditional monochrome design into a dynamic tableau bursting with life and meaning. The kangaroo is depicted in rich tawny browns, its fur detailed with subtle shading that conveys muscular power and fluid motion, while the emu's feathers display layered tones of gray and brown, capturing the bird's distinctive texture. Between them stands the shield of the coat of arms, divided into 6 segments representing Australia's states, each rendered with precise colors that enhance the symbolism: the deep blue of New South Wales, the red cross of Victoria, and the golden fields of Western Australia, among others. Above the shield, the Commonwealth star gleams subtly, completing this heraldic spectacle with a touch of patriotic grandeur. Surrounding this vivid scene is the denomination 50 cents, grounding the artwork in its monetary value. The coin's obverse retains the dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, capturing regal elegance and continuity, with the legend Elizabeth II, Australia 2004, encircling her image. This classic element balances perfectly with the modern and colorful reverse, marrying tradition with innovation. From a physical perspective, the coin measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter, weighs 15.55 grams, and is struck in robust copper nickel, ensuring both durability and a lustrous finish. Its iconic 12-sided shape, a hallmark of Australian 50-cent coins, adds tactile appeal and visual distinctiveness that collectors cherish. Now, turning to the market value and collector demand, this colorized 2004 50-cent coin is a rarity with a magnetic allure. While standard 50-cent coins from 2004 are common and modestly priced, the color versions are far scarcer, especially those preserved in very fine condition with vivid, unfaded color and crisp details. The pad-printed colors are delicate, so the survival of such pristine specimens is highly prized. Current market trends show that these coins generally trade between $200 and $600 in very fine condition. However, the true excitement lies in the coin's long-term investment potential. As collectors worldwide become more aware of the beauty and rarity of colorized Australian coins, prices have steadily risen. Exceptional specimens, especially those with flawless color retention, sharp strikes, and original surfaces, have sold for upwards of $1,500 and occasionally fetch higher sums in private sales or auctions. Moreover, the coin's status as part of Australia's rich numismatic heritage, combined with its distinctive colored reverse featuring the kangaroo and emu, two of the nation's most iconic symbols, makes it a prime candidate for skyrocketing value. Add to this the possibility of minting errors or minor color misalignments, and you have coins that can command significantly higher prices, sometimes pushing them toward millionaire maker territory for the most rare and pristine examples. In summary, the 2004 Australian 50-cent color coin with the kangaroo and emu coat of arms reverse is more than just currency. It is a collector's dream, an artistic marvel, and a potential treasure chest. For those fortunate enough to own one in very fine condition, it represents a tangible piece of Australia's spirit and history, combined with a golden opportunity to transform a modest coin into a fortune. Whether you are a passionate collector, an astute investor, or a lover of Australian culture, this coin demands your attention, a dazzling emblem of progress, heritage, and life-changing value.